Good morning again. Today we're going to talk about buttons. Buttons, buttons. When I was a boy, that's all we had was buttons. We didn't have zippers. My goodness. Even later on, when I first went into the Army, we only had buttons. Well, today we're going to talk about Qimage buttons. A little bit different, but nevertheless interesting. Many of you might have used these buttons and have forgotten or ignored them recently. And many of you look at them and say, what does this do and what would I ever need it for? So let's touch on a few just for fun and have a little exercise today. Okay, talking about the top ones over here, we have four buttons right here, okay? The first one, simple. It selects all the images in the queue. This one deselects all the images in the queue. Now, of course, you can use Control A on the keyboard and stuff like that, but this is a pretty simple thing, if you wanted all the images in the queue. Okay, let's put them in there and let's look at the next button. Add to the queue. Well, if I click this one, they're all going to go in the queue. So let's see what this one does. Okay, now what this one does is it brings up a little box and lets you select. You look at your picture and you say, nah, next one. Nah, next one. Nah, next one. That's not bad. I'll add it to the queue. Okay, next one. I'll add that to the queue. Next one. And so on and so forth like that. Okay, so you see what that thing does. All right, let's deselect and get ourselves out of here. There we go. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is look at our utilities menu. Okay, buttons. Click a button. Okay, the photo editor, most of you know, that'll take you to wherever you want it to go. In other words, if you use Lightroom, bless you, you can connect Lightroom to this button. I have EarthView connected here because I don't have Lightroom, I don't need it. But once in a while, EarthView lets me look at the EXIF files and just the images itself. I could just open something here like that. And there's my picture. Okay, I can do what I want with it, just play with it for that matter. Here, I'll give you an example. Let's say convert to grayscale. Okay, and now I just tell it to save. And I'll tell it to save in the original folder, like that. Sorry. Okay. And now when I close this, it says OK. And guess what? It's in here someplace. There it is, right there. That's another button, by the way. In case it had a name that put it someplace else in the folder, you could click this white dot and it would take you right to it. Okay, so that's another button. Okay, let's move on a little bit here. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, right in here we have Explore Current folder, which takes you into Explorer, obviously. Okay, so we can use that when we need it. And we also have good stuff in here. We have Manage Thumbs and Raw Cache. Now, my preference is I say to this, I don't want to have cache and raw that are more than 12 months old. Okay, so I would click here, say go, and it's got found 11 files to delete. Okay, that's housekeeping. You keep your computer from getting overloaded with stuff you'll never use. Okay, now there's another thing here called delete orphan files. Now this is kind of handy because a lot of times you'll open a folder and it'll quickly build thumbs and you say, nah, wrong folder, and you'll switch over to the next folder. In the meantime, those thumbs are laying there. So by clicking on this, you clean up a little bit. It's housekeeping, that's all. Oh, it only found one because I do it quite often. Okay, so you're getting the idea that these things are pretty neat, easy to work and everything else. And let's see, the other thing you could use would be Qimage application data, which shows you where all your stuff is. You know, your plugins, your profiles, where your raw cache is kept, like that, things like that. It's not something you're going to mess with too often, but just want to show you where it is and how it works. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next item and see where we're going from there. Okay, let's try this. Let's take 4 images and select them. I'm holding the control key and I get my 4 images like that. And now if I hit the space bar on the first one and I roll my mouse button 1 click, it moves to the next one. 1 click, it moves to the next one. 1 click, it moves to the next one. And now it stops because I had 4 selected. Okay, let's get out of here. And let's not select them, okay? I'm going to deselect. Now, let's do the same thing. Hit the space bar and roll my mouse a click, and another click, another click. It'll do the whole folder, okay? You're getting the idea. Now, supposing you get to one of these guys here and you say, that's not bad. What do I do with this? Press down on the middle mouse button, again with the buttons, and it gives you your pertinent information, a lot of it, not all of it. And we tells you the file name, right? And it gives you the resolution, and over on the right side, you've got your shutter speed, your focal length, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's where you can get your information. Release that, move on 1 click on the mouse wheel, and it keeps on moving around. Okay, get out of that. We can say exit, and we'll move on to the next item. Okay, now we're going to put this little puppy dog in here, okay, like that. And he's a cutie pie, by the way, really nice. I said to him, smile for me, and that's what he did, just like that. So he's a cutie pie. Okay, now what we're going to do here is show you another button. If you go up here to the printer page setup and right click, you automatically get into the print to file. Okay, so I say okay, and now if you look up on the top above the dog, it says print to file. Next thing I do is I click on the print button. Okay, and we're going to show you with this RIP checked and unchecked and what the difference is going to be. Okay, so let's print this. Say okay. It's telling me it's going to put it in a special folder. I say okay. And click, click. It's done. Okay, now let's look at it. And there we are. Just about the same as we had. Okay, all right. Back we go to the other folder. And this time when I say print, I'm going to tick this RIP, rest in peace. Okay, and we'll say okay, and okay, and okay. And it's done, and we're going to have a look at that. And you see the difference. The RIP got rid of the white unused portion of the page. Okay, that's what it does. So you've got this image like that, or you've got this image like that. Okay, however you like to do it. There are different reasons for doing things, but you have your options in front of you right there. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, now, if you right click on this again, it puts you back in your normal printer mode. Okay, so let's get rid of him, and let's take another picture here and put it in here. This one hasn't been touched, you can tell by the white file name. And the question now is very easy. Do you want to go into the raw edit first, or do you want to go into the editor first? Well, here's your advantages and disadvantages. Raw editor takes you in here, opens up your image, And you can do whatever you want to it, white balance, darker, lighter, use your ODR, don't, and so on and so forth. And when you're done, you click save like that, and then you put the image in the queue and you open it up here. But look at this extra button here, which many of you don't realize is sitting there waiting for you. Here's our image, okay? And now I decide, I think I could touch this up in the raw editor first. So here's my new green button right here that you didn't know what it was. And we click on that and it takes us right into the raw refine screen. And in here, we're back to whatever we want to do. We could do white balance. If you hold down the control key, Qimage tells you where's a good spot to check your white balance. Okay, let's see what we've got. Click on the eyedropper and 227, 224, 225. It's so close, doesn't even pay to click it. And here's another spot. 207, 202, 204 doesn't pay to mess with it. It's just about on spot on. Okay, so let's go back to this guy, and just for the fun of it, let's say we want to turn this into a sunset night scene. Okay, and now we say save, and here it's telling you now hold on to your britches because I'm working on this thing and we'll get it for you in another few seconds. So here we go. This is the larger image of my two cameras, so it takes an extra few seconds. There we go. And there you are. Okay, now I could do stuff to this. I could level it. I could do whatever I want to it, sharpen it, and so on and so forth. But the object was to show you this green button down on the lower right can put you right in and out of the refine screen without having to close this, reopen the refine screen, thinking that's the only way to get there. Okay, I'll say done on this guy, and there's your picture. You want to see what it looks like? Fine. And there she is, just for fun, you know. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're just coming to a close now. There's so many buttons we could use. We could use this cheater menu here for quick change on how to sort your thumbs if you're looking for something, or printing options, changing various options they have in here, and so on and so forth. So there's all kinds of buttons. Really, there are. And this green one is your on deck button. I use it to take pictures from here, from the queue, put them on deck, so that when I go to print them, I have them stacked up. I know everything in the on deck circle is going to be printed. Okay, that's what I use it for, but you can use it for emailing. You can use it for anything you want. It's a beautiful spot to have the next batter stand so he doesn't get in the way of anything. Okay, and let's see what else we have here for you. I think that about covers it as far as buttons are concerned. You know all about this stuff here, printer ICC, monitor ICC. You can turn it on and off and things like that. And the print thing is like this. You can change which interpolator you want to use. You can add or take away sharpening. You can do so many things, but they're all buttons. Isn't that neat? Okay, folks, we'll draw this to a close. Hope you enjoyed going over some old stuff, and for some people it might be new stuff. I don't know. But at any rate, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.